Well, I was tagged by D over at Dish with D to do a My WW Getting Back on Track tag. So I thought I'd do this. It seems like fun. I love doing tags. Anybody that knows me knows I love to do tags. But I can't tag you, Robbie. A conspiracy, I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy. But I am going to tag Anita over at Chit Chat Paddiwhack. Anita, I know that you don't do very many tags, but do it as a live video or something. I'll try to catch it. You know me and trying to catch people live. I just don't. I don't have notification bells on my channels that I subscribe to, only because I subscribe to so many channels, for one thing. And then I'm constantly getting texts during the day from my family because they don't believe in phone calls. They only text. And the phone bing, 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 bings, and so I don't. And Jim goes a little crazy. Jim's my husband. He doesn't like hearing all those bings. But anyway, and it doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. You know, my family, I know, I haven't even started the tag yet, and I'm already on a rant talking. But I had got a text from someone the other morning, and I had just got up to go to the bathroom, and I answered the text, then I went back to bed. And the particular person was feeling bad because they thought maybe they woke me up. My family figures, because they're all up going to work. They get up for work like at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work. So they figure they're up, you're up. So they'll text me. They don't care what time it is. They'll text me. I don't care. And see, I'm really weird the way I sleep, because I can wake up, identify the noise, and then just roll over and go back to sleep. So if my family or anybody texts me and I'm still asleep, I answer the text, and then I roll over and go to sleep. So this particular person, and you know who you are, they were feeling bad, and I said, don't feel bad. You know, just like family, I'll answer the text and then roll over and go back to sleep, because I'm very good at doing that. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, it's a tag. We knew that. I am going to tag Anita. Anita, it's your fault that I kind of went off on a tangent there. I want you to do the tag. I want you to do it. You can do it. And then I also want to do Gina Pearson and Christy over at, Gina Pearson, her channel is Gina Pearson. Anita's channel is Chit Chat Paddiwhack. Dee's channel is Dish with D. And I'm going to do Christy over at Planning Us Healthy. And I got to do my girl, Ange, the brat, over at SMAC Vision, because I always tag her too. Until you guys figure it out, and then you start tagging her first too. But anyway, okay, I've gone on for almost 3 minutes now, talking about me. Let's talk about you. Anyway, number 1. Why are you still on plan? Because I haven't reached goal. And that's number 1. The main reason I'm still on plan is the fact that I feel so much better. I feel so much healthier, and I just am able to move so much more. I don't have any fear of sitting in a chair. I never really cared what people said behind my back, because I always thought, you know, if you can't say something to my face, do I really want to hear it? It's just like, you can talk behind my back all you want. I could care less. I really could care less, because if you have the courage to say something to me in my face, I have a lot more respect for you. If you're going to say something behind my back, I'm thinking, coward. And I've had people say things to my face, and I've admired them for it. I really have. You know, when I worked with, you know, I can be a little overbearing sometimes. I don't know if you know that, but when I was working, I had this fault in life that I have a hard time admitting when I was, the word's hard to come out, wrong. And that would happen at work a lot too. And I would get into confrontations with people, but I admired the people that would confront me head on rather than go to complain to somebody else. Oh, you know, Sandy's doing this, and she think, you know, I had a problem with that. Sorry about that. That was my daughter. She calls me once a day, at least once a day. She texts me a lot, but then she calls so she can hear my voice once a day, just to make sure I'm alive, I guess. I don't know. She's done that her whole life, so I can't fault her for that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, that I don't like when people talk behind my back. But why are you still on plan? I just feel so much better. How I feel every day. I just when I eat crappy, I feel crappy. So whether I lose all my weight or I don't lose all my weight, which I know I will lose all my weight. I shouldn't put it that way. When I lose my weight, no matter how long it takes me to lose all my weight, because I still have another, according to Weight Watchers or WW, I still have another 55 pounds to go. I don't see me getting down that small, I'll be honest with you, but I want to start going for free. I'm tired of paying $56. Well, I haven't paid that now because they're not having meetings, but $56 a month is a lot of money to pay when you're kind of cheap like I am. But that's why I'm still on plan, because I feel healthier. I want to live a long time. I want to see my family. I want to see my grandchildren, have children. And I'm just, I want to be around for another 20 years. I'm going to be 70 this year. I'd love to hit 100 if I could be healthy at 100. But look at Betty White. She's going to be 100. She's still healthy. Kirk Douglas was in helicopter crashes, had heart attacks, had strokes, and he lived to be 102. So there's hope for me yet. Number 2, is this quarantine affecting your journey? Yes, it is, but in a positive way. I love eating out. And if you watch my channel, you know I eat out a lot. I eat out at least once a month with my brother and my sisters, well, at least once a month with my friends, and at least 4 times a week, or 4 times a month rather, with my daughter, because we always got carried out on Sundays. I am cooking so much more. I'm eating healthier. I just like to have all the healthy foods in the house. I don't go out of my way. I don't do shopping. I just do curbside pickup now because I'm still a little leery about going out to the stores. And so I ordered it online, so I'm not tempted by going into the store to buy the bad, what I call bad food, the tempting food, the foods that are going to put me off track. And since the quarantine started, I think I've lost, I'm not really sure, I think I've lost 10 pounds since it started. Maybe not that much. We started, our state went in lockdown March 10th. But maybe I haven't even lost that much. I'll put it right here. Tell you how much I've lost so far. I know I think I've lost 17 since the beginning of the year. So maybe I haven't lost as much as I thought. But you know what? I'm losing every week. I have a steady loss. I'll take any loss as long as I'm having a loss each week. Number 3, do you stress eat? And if so, how do you control it? I used to stress eat. That's why I got to be 304.2 pounds. Most of my food was, I thought I was happy, but I guess I wasn't happy because why was I eating and going crazy like I was doing? But now I don't stress eat unless the stress is past, which makes no sense, I know. But Jim had a scare a couple weeks ago where he went to the hospital with some chest pains and they kept him overnight because they wanted to do some tests. I was perfect on plan. Perfect on plan that whole Saturday because he left about 11, well, he went to the hospital about 11 o'clock in the morning. And he didn't get home until Sunday, like about 6 o'clock at night. And I was on plan perfectly the whole time. And then he got home, and I knew that he was safe, and I knew that all of his tests came back fine, that it was just, Jim has a heart murmur anyhow, so I think it was just, it scared him, type of thing, and then he wanted to be on the safe side. But I made myself, I did have ice cream left over from, we were supposed to do Christy's birthday before this whole thing settled in. And I knew that in the cupboard we had some Saunders hot fudge, which is my favorite hot fudge. And I had some whipped cream because I was going to put a little bit on my sugar-free Jell-O just as a treat. I made myself the biggest hot fudge sundae. It was like really big, really, really big. So I was surprised when I had a loss that week. But so when my stress was relieved, that's when I started to eat. What advice can you give someone who is off plan during this time? I would say don't beat yourself up. It's just, it happens. It just, like my 2019 year was like, if I lose weight, I lose weight. If I gain weight, I gain weight. I was just like, but I never gave up. I always got back on track. And I had a lot of gains. I had very few losses, but I could maintain, I think for the whole year of 2019, I lost 7 pounds, which to me is a victory. If you watched me during 2019, you could see I was off track a lot, but I never gave up. I never gave up. I never thought that this was it. I could have a bad meal and think, well, I'm going to fix it by the next meal. And then the next meal I didn't fix it. And then by that point I thought, what the heck, I might as well just eat what I want today. But I always, always, always started again the next day. Not to say that I stayed on it for consecutive days in a row. I lost 7 pounds for the whole year. Obviously, I didn't stay on it consecutive days in a row. But I didn't beat myself up, and I didn't go crazy. And right now, if eating is going to make your soul, which I think is, like important, if it makes your soul feel better, then eat. Just don't go crazy. And don't feel guilt, because it's just, it happens. It just happens. And sometimes food, think of all the situations where you eat food. It's always in some kind of a get-together, whether it's a sad event or a happy event. Food is involved. So if it's going to help you, eat it. But then don't beat yourself up about it. Just move on. Just move on. Try to do better the next time. How can your channel help someone who is off track? Well, like I said, I just don't give up. You could follow look at some of my videos from last year in 2019. Just go through my playlist and hit daily vlog, and then go ping and pick one out. And I'm sure, because I vlog every day, so there's 365 choices, and I'm willing to bet that at least 350 of them are going to be me struggling, because I struggled. And I think that you can see with me that even at my age, I never gave up. I just, a lot of times people get to my age and then they think, you know what, I haven't got that much longer to live. Why am I going to worry about dieting? And I don't think of it as a diet. It's a diet in the sense of anything that you eat is your diet, as far as I'm concerned. But I just reached a point in my life that, I wanted to feel healthy. I wanted to be around. I don't want to be taking a million different medications. I don't want to be constantly living at the doctor's office. I just want to enjoy the last part of my life. I am, unfortunately, in the winter part of my life. I'd like to still think I'm in the autumn of my life, but if you went by the 20, 40, 60 antage, well, even if you went 25, well, maybe I'm not in the winter of my life now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go with the 25-year antage. First 25 years is your summer, or is your spring. And from 25 to 50 is your summer, and from 50 to 75 is your autumn. So I am in the autumn of my life, because I want to be 100, so that means from 75 to 100 is my last 25. That's my winter. I feel so much better now. See, sometimes you just got to talk things out loud. And yeah, I'm in the autumn of my life. How can your channel help? Oh, I already did that one. What does your channel offer those on a weight loss journey? I show my food every day, so you can kind of get a different idea. I show my grocery haul, so you can kind of get a glimpse of different food things. I eat too much fruit. I know that, so people don't need to tell me that, because, well, you can tell me that. You're telling me to my face, and so I like that. You're not saying it behind my back. So I do eat too much fruit, which I know is sugar, and everybody says, well, it's a natural sugar. It's still sugar. It's still a lot. I really do think if I could cut back on my fruit, I would lose my weight faster or quicker. But then I really wouldn't, because I wouldn't stay on this plan, because I live for my fruit each day. And if I had to give up my fruit, I would get tired of it. I would get tired of just eating vegetables all the time. I never get tired of eating fruit, but I would get tired of eating vegetables. And I do love vegetables. But I think that you can see from, like I said, that I struggle just like everybody else. It's taken me a long time to lose weight. I started December 31st, 2016, and I've lost 90.4 pounds or 90.6 pounds. So it's taken me almost 4 years, but you know what? I'm 90 pounds less than I was 4 years ago, and that's all that really matters. What do you say to your subscribers who are not on track and not watching? Well, they're not going to hear me because they're not watching. I miss them. I do miss them. I do notice that some of the people that I was getting comments from don't comment. So I don't know that they're just not commenting, or I stumbled over that word, commenting, or they're just not watching. But I would tell them, if you're not watching because you're afraid that you're not on plan, you're not on track, why am I going to watch a weight loss channel when I'm not on a weight loss program? I like to think that I share enough of my life that's not all completely weight related, that I tried, my goal in life is to be the grandma that you want to have, or the grandma that you remember, or the grandma you wish you had. It's just, I don't even have a problem when people that are my age say you remind me of my grandma. I take that as the biggest compliment in my life. I didn't really have a grandma growing up. My one grandma lived in Boston. I think I probably saw her my whole life, maybe 10 times, if that. And then my other grandma had 9 kids, and my mother was the second from the youngest. Big families back then. So when I came along, I was like number 55 grandchildren, the 55th child. Old news. Yeah, you're cute. Go away, type of thing. So I never had a grandma. My mother was an excellent grandma, and so if I can be as good as my mother was as a grandma, I think I've achieved a lot in life. I really do. And so you could be older than me and say I remind you of your grandma, or I think of you as a grandma. I take that as a huge compliment. So I think that during all of this going on with the pandemic, that if I can be like a soothing voice to just soothe you through, and just know that, like we all struggle, we're all worried, we're all scared, and we'll get through this. And come sit on my lap. And I'm getting around to hugging people soon. I'll be back hugging people. Seeing if you're just new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll have to watch my channel to figure that one out. And number 8, what advice would you offer to someone who has gone off plan, that they don't feel like they can come back? You can always come back. You can always come back. Sometimes you might have to take a year or 2 off, and you might put a little bit of weight on, but you can always come back. I've been on Weight Watchers since 1975. I've been to every program that they've had, and I've always come back. I'm not coming back anymore because this time it's actually working for me, and so I don't need to leave. I don't, even when I reach my goal, and I'm going for free, I'm still going to go because I like the support I get from the meetings. I like the way I feel. I like the way I move. I like the way my clothes are fitting me. And it's just everything about it I just love. So anyway, thank you, Dee, for tagging me. Dish with Dee does a nightly support group at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And you should go over there. I try to go over there, but Jim and I eat dinner between 6:30 and 7. And by the time I do the dishes and everything, and I close up my video, I forget to go over there. But I have been over there a couple times, and it's a really good group that she has, and we have a lot of fun. When I do show up, I do have fun. But anyway, so thanks again. Once again, I'm tagging Anita at Chit Paddiwhack, Gina Pearson at Gina Pearson, Christy over at Planning Us Healthy, and the brat Angela over at SMAC Vision. So thank you so much. I always end my videos now as a grandma would do. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Stay strong. But most importantly, stay safe.